Hi, good morning. So I'm just here to say hi. So I notice everyone's going around giving their sort of like an explanation of how their life has culminated and looking back, doing one of those things called, had a name. I don't know, it was like a psychological check or analyzation of yourself. So this is about the past and how everything unraveled and how you're solving it now in some complex, difficult, and humbling sort of servile way. Um, so, um, so for me, like, I wasn't born with this stuff pretty much. Like, we didn't have a video camera, so you won't get like footage of me from 1988 or 1987 rolling on the floor with bangs and fuzzy hair. You won't even get me as a kid. We did used to have this one short video from school or whatever, but it wasn't a good one, I guess. It didn't look like me when I saw it. Maybe it wasn't the best time I lived there. So anyway, I lost most of my pictures in the hurricane, but we have the negatives, and I think most of the things I need would be there, but I don't know, there's just maybe like a few things that I want that aren't there, and they're not that important, and I probably lost all the ones I gave to my mom to get developed. I should have thought, I couldn't think anymore, like maybe she won't get it developed, maybe she'll lose it, you know? So it's her fault. My younger brother still has all the pictures so I could get the rest of them developed. I didn't go through and get all the favorites or all the important ones. So I haven't asked him, of course, because he doesn't have time to even think about anything. And, you know, he just comes home and eats a little bit because he doesn't want to exercise, which I think is bad. Because he complains about what he eats, so there's nothing for him to eat. I guess that's why, but he should probably move to Asia or something. You know, because they have good food. So, about me, so you can't get all those pictures. I looked at them a lot, especially the yearbooks. I looked at them so much to everybody that I just threw them out, and there aren't any good pictures of me in the yearbook. So yeah, I've had good pictures. I don't know who hasn't had any good pictures, but you know, I wasn't overweight either. So I guess my beans are almost ready or whatever. Not really, but okay. So then I would say, yeah, I don't know who's watching this, but so yeah, I'm talking about pretty much. I'm not really talking about what I look like when I was little right now. Not that I have to, but so the big thing for me is probably later on when I was like 9. You know, I wasn't really starting out. I've been in school since I was 3. I've been going out since I was little. So I just didn't know many people. So by the time I was 9, I was already developed as a person. Maybe I wasn't very well heard, but yeah. So that's when I started to, I actually moved and became more social and proper. So I made a lot of friends from the Northeast, and not a lot, not like 10, but and most of my friends, the larger percentage of them seemed to be fair. In fact, it was hard to talk to brunettes because they were smart and more refined in how they looked. They did look more complicated and stuff too, but you know, I know about that because I have brown hair. But so for some reason, everybody called me shy at first. It seemed like an ongoing excuse for my friends from the Northeast. And a lot of other kids were from, like, down south, pretty much maybe that area of Florida, but because they'd been going to school there since they were little, I guess. I just realized that, but I knew some of them were from Florida. So to get to the point, so pretty much everyone knew I wasn't shy. And then when my friends from the Northeast came over, who seemed to still think I was shy, they knew I wasn't shy because they came to my house, I guess. So then I wasn't shy. I was well liked. No one thought I was mean, pretty much. And yeah, I was at one school for 3 years. And so pretty much that's that. I wasn't fat, but I wasn't taking, I wanted to be in, especially ballet, but still gymnastics, and I like to dance, but I couldn't because of, I was gonna, but then we didn't have money, and they didn't have any ballet. So I kept wanting a way to exercise, so we just walked a lot. So that's that, and then we moved to New Orleans area, and I stopped growing. I pretty much ruined everything because I was already tall, and I was like, why am I short now? And like, no, it's like everyone was the same. I wasn't even special. I wasn't even a little tall. Of course, at the beginning of the year when I was tall, I was already taller than my homeroom teacher. I think she was a fair blonde. And then by the end of the year, I was my tallest. And I stopped growing, and I found I was short. And then I never grew again, pretty much. A little bit, but I'm not the shortest. And of course, some people are short, look good if they do ballet, but that's pretty much it. So, yeah, not even gymnastics. They grow after that. So I didn't get my dream. I wanted to do ballet again, and I was going to take a break from playing piano because it was too much money. I didn't have time anyway, so because it's hard to adapt to their homework. There was a lot of memorizing words, like 100 words every 2 weeks pretty much in one class. So yeah, I actually did all the work. I don't know if anyone else did. And that's how you keep up, pretty much. So, then you get to study later. You don't fall behind. You don't have a hard time later. It won't be about the fact that you are tired. So you just do it every night. And then, so my mom just kept me in piano. And then I didn't really like my teachers because I didn't do anything. And I think they wanted to know if you were serious. So I actually was serious, but I didn't think that would be like my only career wish, because I did I like dancing, so it was just stuff like that. So I only ended up in ballet once a week, and then I switched ballet schools and I was in ballet once a week again, but I did other sports, so I never got that advanced. I didn't get to look in the mirror at myself spinning or anything like that. I wanted to switch to another ballet school, but I don't know why I was there that last year, but I was going to music activities every day in my last year, and it's not that I didn't get to do music activities before as a piano person, but then it was like every day. And like one day was gymnastics, but that was for teens, and it was just a lot of like what you would call maybe advanced calisthenics. Not that advanced, but so that was one night anyway. But I had all the other nights. Yeah, one day was ballet, and there wasn't any more music on that day, so that was the ballet day actually. So I went to Loyola, and they're acting all testy, but there's a nice teachers and stuff about their ballet minor in New Orleans, so I did it. But I didn't actually get to perform or be in the advanced class the first year like I was supposed to, and when I did do it, everybody left from Hurricane Katrina. It was just a bunch of slackers there and annoying people who drooled and didn't care about anything. So the class sucked, and before they were so good. And I didn't even get to participate in the opera, and they had like this obese short girl who just started. And it was a lot of work, I saw. A big course. So maybe that was the recital, actually. I don't know. So I didn't get to do the opera, even though I was a music major. I got an A in my major instrument, and maybe I wasn't ready that year. I know I was always kind of tired and had to go to the gym all the time. Didn't get to eat as much as I wanted, even though I ate more than most people. But, I worked out every day then. So I might look skinny now, still better than most people athletically, but I used to look more alive, more comforting. Like, you wouldn't look at me and worry about my life or anything like that. So I'm just skinny still, I guess, in this video. But so was I talking about? So that was just a story of how I was established as shy. But when I moved to the New Orleans area, they did call me shy, but that's because I was fat and short. Not really that fat, but that's all. I still try to talk to them, but I know they noticed and acted like they didn't notice, like, during break. They tried to talk to me when I was sitting in my desk. When I was waiting in line, the teacher said not to talk, and that was it. And then I was shy, I didn't want to talk, and no one talked to me. So then I moved to a public high school. I didn't know which one I wanted to go to, but this one had talent in music, so it was good to find out, I guess. So my parents put me in the public high school, and I was always worried about my schedule, taking advantage of things. So I didn't really take a language the first year, like they said. I did art, and maybe that was all I did. And then, even though it wasn't important, it was important. I just didn't know. So I wasn't shy in high school, but I was still short, and I didn't look that athletic, I guess. I did martial arts and tennis, but I guess that's not enough. That was just enough to keep me from gaining weight. So I did get in cross country, and I did that for like 2 and part of 3 years, not the third year, because I was supposedly just gonna exercise by myself. But those 2 years really helped, especially the second year, because I was already there the year before, and then I was better than most people, but there weren't many people. And I was supposed to be able to do soccer the second year again. I tried out for soccer every 3 years too. So the cross country got me in shape. So most people, they know they get fat when they get older, but I didn't. I got more attractive. So it was so much work with a coach pushing you to run, and I made it to 3 or 4 practices a week because I did dancing, which wasn't very hard. But so then, so I'd be standing around. I remember looking at the phone. It was kind of bad how I was still small, but at that point, I think I didn't eat enough though then. But maybe some other time was better. But I would feel all of a sudden the effects of it months later, not doing it. I was like, wow, that feels good. I feel so alive. I don't feel like I'm getting fat. I don't feel whatever brain fog or anything like that. It was just standing around doing nothing because of the cross country coaching I had, which means they tell you to keep running while you're running on the terrain or whatever. And there are no trees around. I think it's a levee. And then, that's what it was for us in the practice. And then, so it just felt so good. Every once in a while I would feel, wow, I can think. So before I majored in music, I got into a soccer camp. I didn't get in there by accident. I had also done a basketball camp because my mom had me do it during the year. It was kind of cool, but it was after I got out of the mental hospital. So I did a soccer camp the summer before I majored in music, and it really kept me going the whole year. It was a week or 2 long, and I was the oldest one, and I was still liked because, I exercised. So that really kept me going for a long time, at least a year or 2, and made the year go good. I don't know exactly how, but I kept exercising then. But the these coaching camps with other kids, things, sports, you know. I didn't have time to do a sport during college because I don't even know how I would get there. And it would be, and I tried doing the gymnastics practice by yourself once a week, driving like 2 hours. I didn't like that. I also was tutoring, walking like 2 hours once a week for honors, and it was kind of worth it, but I kind of wish I didn't. Maybe I would have wasted my time, though. I don't know. I wasn't doing it again, though, even though I liked it. But, you know, they're encouraging us our first year. I think it was sort of messed up. I mean, I walked to Whole Foods, but that took like 4 hours. So when my mom came, she took me to get the food, actually. So that's the only way they helped. I didn't go home on the weekends like most people, like my younger brother, like my roommate. I would stay in my dorm and watch TV. So that's why I wasn't going to live in the same city as my parents and drive to visit them ever, because I never have time. So I stayed in the house. I didn't get out. You know, I'd have to pay for an apartment. They couldn't afford it. They said it would be a place that's not so nice. They were very talkative about the idea. And of course, I'd be very rude and almost negotiable with the psychologist. But so I went through high school and I wasn't shy. Then I moved high schools and everyone was stuck up because it's the Catholic one. I mainly did it because of English 5, but I also liked being there, but it wasn't for some weird reason. So I don't know, it was only worth it for the schedule and the experience. Except I wish I just took everything off my schedule. Probably even the calculus, since I wasn't ready. I could do it later. So, you know, I wasn't doing it. So, I mean, I did it, but I got a C. I didn't really understand it. Because I fell behind the year before. I was in a different school. I couldn't even do chemistry 2 when I did good in chemistry 1. Because I'd taken it 2 years before at the other school. So, no big problems at the other high schools. I could talk about the ones in between, but anyway, and then I moved to college. There were no problems with the kids there. No problems getting along with the teachers like most kids. I did the work. I paid attention in class, you know. I wasn't in band pretty much because I wanted to do violin my whole life, but I ended up in piano, and it was a good use of my time. And I took it seriously. Like I saw in the hotel the famous singer with the orchestra of Andre Rieu. They just put a keyboard in there, and I talked to her about it. You know, I sent a text or whatever, and I was like saying how like they're just wasting our time thinking a famous singer's gonna doodle on the keyboard. So I took it seriously. I was a major. I did good. I had good accurate technique. I was careful. I did the practicing. I didn't waste time. Anyway, the second semester they gave me something hard, and I remember I didn't have as much time to practice because I had to take music history, and I was still in 2 honors classes. I could have dropped one, I guess. So then that made me feel bad when they called me the counselor to tell me like I was too shy to stay in music education. It's too bad because I'm half Chinese, so they couldn't stay in it. I couldn't stay in the singing officially. They said, oh, you can take lessons outside of class, because that's why I did it. So even though I liked it, so there was no other better reason. But so I didn't even know if I wanted to major in singing as opposed to piano or organ. So I'm in violin. I just sing for fun. Can sing online. So I wasn't shy. So it's pretty much the teachers didn't think I was popular. I got called a counselor for no reason in high school too and stuff, but they didn't think I was the teachers and the counselors, whatever, didn't think I was popular like the kids did in high school and college. They seemed kind of selfish, like if all the work I did to be attractive wasn't something natural, that it wasn't worth it, and that they thought I was good, but if they think if it wasn't just natural, they came out like that I wasn't really all that, I wasn't worth it. That was high school though. So then I never came back again. I never see anyone. I got to lose my friends. My relatives don't even have a relationship with me, but I still see their pictures online. So I don't have anyone to talk to. That's not a good thing because no one will talk to me, like on Facebook, because there's no one there, pretty much. And so that's basically my story. I would go back and say, so I'll go back as far as St. Augustine say, I wish I did any exercise. Like I was supposed to resort to Spanish folk dancing, I think, since Baton left and we didn't have enough money for gymnastics both times. So I would have done something more physical, even if it was silly. I think they were going to put me in it anyway, even though we didn't have money. But I wasn't allowed to go back to art or anything. I couldn't add singing. I was in choir. Unless I quit piano. I couldn't do theater unless I quit piano. So I didn't quit piano. So I can play for stuff now. It's easy. So I want to know why no one else plays. I'm guessing most people just practice at home. Like I don't go to church choir now though. So that's probably why. So yeah, they sometimes let you play. Like I played for band in 8th grade, the tuba part. So it was really stressful and it wasn't that rewarding. So it was in the end, but not at the moment. I probably would have done it though because I wanted to practice more. But I think I got it better than most people. So what I would have done, I would have exercised in St. Augustine was the difference because I couldn't do it at home. I did, but I wasn't that disciplined. I don't have much time. I mean, I did, but I mean, it wasn't like, I don't know, maybe I just should have known what to do. Like do a few push-ups every few hours, something like that. Sit-ups. I did that too, actually. So, and then I just didn't remember every day. I didn't have a planner. So what would I have done different in Slidell when I moved to Louisiana? I would have made sure I got in either dance or more ballet at first, even though I pretty much asked and didn't get to. So I'd make sure I did that at first because I was supposed to do baton when I was 16. I think we can still do that now. So all along, maybe I would have stayed in cross country. Yeah, so I would have done other sports, but make sure I do the ballet and dance pretty much. So that's the main problem. So other things would be I would go online and get a blog and maybe not email as much, find IMDb, which I saw, but later I would get on Facebook and MySpace and not let it get in the way in the end. Maybe I would get in shape so I could be in movies like I'm trying to do now. So mainly get in shape and go online, and I was always looking for people to talk to, but I would have been more confident. I wanted to get taller, so I hope I get to keep eating more and more. So I could have eaten more then. So that would make me more comfortable. I never tried to not eat a lot. The only time I ever didn't eat a lot was for religious reasons, but I don't do that anymore. So my only diets were to include a lot of healthy food, a lot of other food. So I would have eaten more candy. I would have ordered pizza. I did want to work, so I wouldn't put things like studying first. So I would save the money for later as much as I could. And along the way, I might see if I can use it because I didn't have enough clothes, things like that. So as far as my personality, I guess I don't know what to say about that right now, but that's the important part for now. Bye. I guess I'll talk more later.